Thank you for joining the Post Route. Here's your host, W. Earl Kitchings.
Hey, good evening and welcome to another edition of the Post Route. W. Earl Kitchings with you. So glad and honored to be with you for another Monday evening for our show here. Always a pleasure. Always looking forward to bringing you somebody new in our fraternity of Black quarterbacks because we are the preeminent organization for Black quarterbacks. We are the fraternity, as we like to call ourselves, quarterback back. And on our show, The Post Route, we do our best to bring you those guys, those gentlemen, those young men, those statesmen who have done a great job on and off the field in this game we call football that we love so dearly. And tonight will be no different. Our guests will be hailing from that corridor of the country, as they call it, the DMV or the DMV. So the DMV district, Maryland and Virginia area, and we're going to bring him on tonight. He's getting ready to prepare for just his second year of playing quarterback at the collegiate level. So we're looking forward to talking with him about the things that he's grown into and the things that have made his career continue to grow. But as we get ready to do that, we want to make sure that you understand that this program is in need of your support. So we ask that during our commercial break, you take an opportunity to take in our opportunity where now we offer memberships to be a part of Quarterback Back. We have two levels. One is the basic supporter membership level at $4.40 and the teammate membership level at $44. Each one of those will get you a newsletter. It will get you your decal, and the teammate will get you your Quarterback Back t-shirt. So we are working diligently to improve in every facet of what we're doing. So please, if you can, zealous your donation or contribution and become a member of our great fraternity of quarterbacks known as Quarterback Back. We will appreciate it and thank you. So tonight, a young man that hails from the DMV area up in Maryland. He was an outstanding high school quarterback when he played at his high school. I'm going to let him talk a little bit about that. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But now he took his talents to that city known as B More. And if you don't know what that means Baltimore. And joining us tonight is a rising quarterback for the Morgan State Bears, Mr. Tahj Smith, quarterback for Morgan State. Tahj, welcome to the Post Route.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it is indeed our pleasure. As we were talking a little earlier, man, we talk about the transition that you made. So talk a little bit about your high school and what it was like your senior year, man, because, you know, you'll never be able to go back and get that year again. So phenomenal year from what I'm understanding and what I read. So talk a little bit about your high school and what you did there before you got to Morgan State.
Oh, yeah. I went to Rock Creek Christian Academy. It's a high school in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And it was a great experience. I went there only for a year, so that was my senior year. We had a pretty good season. I won second team all met with Rock Creek, and it was just a fun time. It was a lot of guys who really were dedicated, and a lot of guys who want to play at the next level. So it was a lot of good competition. We traveled, we played across the country, so it was a good experience for sure.
That was great. Did you have a rival in Maryland over at Rock Creek? Did you guys have a rival that, was hot and heated?
We didn't have a rival, but I guess our last game of the season, we played Friendship. It's a school in D.C. We play them every year, so I guess that's
I
one
know Friendship.
rivals here.
Yeah, I know Friendship. Yeah, that's a Christian school too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know Friendship. I think my cousin may be connected to that school or whatever some kind of way because he lives in Washington. So okay.
Okay.
So now you finish up your senior year, man. You got your prom, you got your graduation, and now it's time to move on. And what gave you the reason for wanting to sign and play at Morgan State?
I think it was really just it felt like home, honestly.
Okay.
The coaches, they were real thorough. They told me how the situation was going to be. They showed me around the campus. It was a beautiful campus, beautiful community. Everybody was really all in on me, and I think that's really what made me make the decision.
Well, I know a couple of times when I was on a HBCU nightly program, I did bring your name up as a rising quarterback at Morgan State because I had done my homework to find out of what you had done. And like I said, when my son kind of brought me information about who you were, man, I gave you a plug or two. I'm like, hey, Morgan, y'all better watch out. They got a guy coming in that says he can spin it and he's going to make some waves happen. So that's good that the coaching staff and the head coach took you in as they did, made you feel at home, made you feel comfortable. And of course, that is another part of that transition, man, that you want to make sure that you feel comfortable, that everything works out, especially how many weeks or how many months was it ahead of the season did you get to Morgan? Did you get there in August? Did you get there in July?
I got there. I got here last January, so.
Oh, okay.
I was here the whole spring.
Okay. So you got there right after football season. Okay. And I see a lot of guys doing that now, man. Do you think that helped give you a heads up or a head start as to getting ready for the 2023 season last year? Do you think that helped you a lot?
I think it gives you a big head start, especially at the position that I play at quarterback. I think learning the system and learning the playbook, the ins and outs of it as fast as you can I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay. How many guys did you have to compete with last year?
So it was 4 of us. So yeah, three besides me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are all 3 of those plus you coming back, or some of them are leaving?
One of them graduated. 2 are coming back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm sure competition will be real good. I know you went through spring. And was there any indication by the head coach who is kind of leading the pack right now? Are you in the mix? Or are you kind of trailing? I mean, how's that going for you?
I think everybody's still in the mix. We just got a new in the spring. We got a new offensive coordinator. So
Okay.
So right now we just learning the new system. So everybody getting their fair shots, and I think it's pretty even right now.
Okay. So getting to Morgan State, did you know anything about the teams that play in the MEAC when you got to Morgan State?
Yeah, so I knew about a few of the teams in the MEAC. I had some friends who had went to some of those schools before I had went, so I had heard of some of them.
Any of your friends go to Howard?
No, not on the football team. No.
Okay. What about Delaware State?
Yeah, I got some friends on Delaware State.
Okay. So not much talking going on when y'all played Delaware last year, was it?
Nah, they wasn't talking.
Man, there's nothing like having that fun talk, man. That, especially as a freshman, your eyes are wide open. You're just trying to take it all in, and you don't want to, you don't want to mess up. So, talk about the first time you got a chance to get in a college football game, and what game it was, and what was the outcome.
The first time I got in, I think it was the second half of our Yale game. I think they just wanted to see where I was at.
Okay.
And it was pretty smooth. It wasn't nothing different from what I expected. It was kind of the same as our movement. We go against our defense every day, so I think our defense is one of the best in the country. So I think it wasn't a big difference in my opinion. It's kind of it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but it was definitely a learning experience.
Okay. So how much time did you get to play in that game? Quarter, 2 quarters?
Yeah, it was like 2 quarters.
2 quarters? Okay. All right. So if you had to grade yourself on your performance that day, what would you grade yourself with?
That day, I'd probably say like a 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, were you nervous?
No, I wasn't nervous.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing, man. I mean, because that's the first thing to hit you, man. You get the coach calls your name and say, Tahj, you in? And it's like, okay, now how am I going to deal with this? And you go out here, man, and you look across that defensive line. It's like, this is not high school. This is not Rock Creek no more.
Yeah.
So That's a good thing, man. And I'm sure your teammates were very supportive of you during that time, man, because they want you to feel comfortable and get your legs up under you.
Yes, sir.
Did you throw a touchdown in the game?
Not that game, no.
Not that game, but you did throw a couple this past season.
Yeah, I threw a few this past season.
Okay, okay. And was there a lot of joy when you made that first strike on that touchdown pass?
Yeah, it was a lot of joy. It was real, and it was at home, so
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So now you're midway through the season, and now I can't imagine what homecomings were like at Rock Creek, but I can imagine what homecoming was like at Morgan State, man.
Mm-hmm.
And was that something different for you? I mean, was it just the whole week? I mean, because this is a week thing at the Black College. It's like it go on for the whole week.
Yeah, it was definitely something different. Towards the beginning of the week, it was definitely crazy. Everybody enjoying themselves outside doing things. So it was definitely a crazy experience. But we couldn't we didn't end up having our homecoming game because the incident had happened. But that week it was a pretty fun week.
Okay. When you guys are playing at home, does the coach take you guys off campus that Friday night?
Yeah, the Friday night we all stayed in the hotel. Yeah.
Is that kind of a different experience for you to have to do that, at every home game?
Yeah, it's a different experience, but I felt like my senior year prepared me for that because we played a lot of away games. We were always traveling.
Okay.
We was always heading to the hotels the day before, just so everybody's in the same spot, having team meetings and stuff, and making sure everybody's heads in the right space.
Okay. All right. Now you talked about the playbook. Has that been something that has been somewhat of a challenge for you to adjust to a collegiate playbook and see all the different terminologies and things like that, even though they could be similar to what you did in high school? Still, it's a different playbook, and now you got to really learn, more plays than maybe what you had to do in high school.
Yeah, it wasn't a big difference, but it was definitely something that I had to get used to. When I first got up here, it was a lot because I just came in the spring and I was already behind, so I had to really catch up. And it wasn't too much to learn, but it definitely was a different experience, knowing, like, trying to be comfortable with it, knowing the ins and outs of it. So that's what that was. But now we got a new offensive coordinator, so now we all had to start from scratch. So I think when we all start from scratch, it's kind of easier to pick up as everyone's going on the same page.
So would you say the offense last year was more run first, pass second, or pass first, run second?
I think last year it was more run first, pass second.
Do you think that's going to change with this new coordinator?
I don't know. I think it's really gonna be balanced this year.
Okay.
We got a lot of guys at receiver, running back. Our O line is gonna be pretty solid, so I think it's gonna be a mix of everything that they might see.
Okay. Well, I mean that's a good thing because quarterbacks, you guys like to throw the football. It's like, okay, coach, I like to run, but I really like to throw this thing. So and you saying that you got a good crew of receivers. Did you have a favorite guy last year that you like to look to help you out in games?
I didn't have a specific favorite guy last year.
Okay.
Yeah, not last year.
You think you might have one this year based on coming out of spring?
Not yet. I think they all. I think they all gonna be pretty good this year. And the way we utilizing them in our offense this year is gonna be. I think it's good for our receivers.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, because making adjustments as you go, and I would think that you guys have a pretty good ground game that you're bringing back this year to balance you guys out. So last year when you guys played in the MEAC, who would you say was the toughest team that you had to play against last year in the MEAC only?
Well, out of the games that I played, I'll probably say Howard.
Howard
Howard was probably one of the toughest teams.
Okay. When you guys played North Carolina Central, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
Y'all played them at home and y'all played them in Durham.
we played them at home.
Okay. Did you take any note of that quarterback they had playing for Central because he was quite a talent?
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was one of, I think a lot of the guys had already been telling me what type of player he was and how he's been doing over there. So yeah, everyone knew about him.
Okay. Were you observing him while he was on the field?
Yeah, I was observing him. He got a pretty good game. I like his game, but I think like I was saying earlier, our defense we got a pretty good defense, so they kind of held him to they did their own holding him.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, knowing what kind of player Davius Richard was his junior year, because he really lit up the MEAC.
Mhm.
He did not do it as much last year, but definitely he was a guy that you had to contend with,
Mhm.
basically because of his skill sets. And when you go into these games, when you go to games like, well, not just that game, but um, do the what kind of things or tips does the coach tell you as a quarterback that's watching the game? What do they kind of tell you to be observing about the other team's defense when you're standing on the sidelines?
Um, really just look at just how they communicate and really just how where their strengths and weaknesses are, and
Okay.
just pick them apart from there. Honestly, they always every week they always break down the film to us and kind of show where they're good at and where they lack,
Mhm.
where we'll be good at, and so that's pretty much how it is.
Have you become a student of watching game films now?
Yes, sir.
How much time would you say you spend watching game films?
Watching film, I say on weekly, I'd probably say a few hours, maybe
Okay,
more than that. With on top of the time that we watch film as a team and with our positional coaches,
right.
but it's definitely something that's it's just something that gives you that upper edge for sure.
Okay. Do you think by doing that a little bit more frequently, that's going to make Tahj Smith a better quarterback?
I definitely do. I think it slows the game down, and I
Okay.
think it helps you see things before it happens.
Well, you just mentioned something that I have not really heard guys say, but to watch game film so that it helps slow the game down because the speed of the game can overwhelm you. But if you're kind of prepared for it, and it's kind of slow the game down. That helps you read better and help you see the defenses better. So, what kind of things do you think gave you problems last year that you were working on to improve?
Oh, I think just being more patient in the pocket, um, just trusting what I see.
Okay.
I think that's about it.
I know coaches are when I've listened to coaches talk about quarterbacks, they really don't like guys who kind of pat that ball a lot when they're in that pocket, man. You kind of stand there because it kind of shows the signs of nerves.
Mhm.
So that is one thing that I'm sure if you've worked on that and that's not something you have to deal with, footwork uh, and escapability are two things that I know are part of the game. Did you, before getting to Morgan, did you ever go to any quarterback camps?
No specific quarterback camps. I did a Elite 11 camp uh,
Okay,
here in DC. That's about it. Like specifically quarterbacks though.
okay, okay, um, okay. So now your new coordinator, is he the quarterbacks coach too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you guys gonna spend a lot of time together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well that's good. Where is he coming from?
He's coming from a high school in Florida, but he used to coach at he used to coach in college before he came at a few colleges.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, down here in Florida, man, they play some football, especially in South Florida. They play some football down in South Florida. So he sounds like he's going to be a good addition. So based on that relationship, is it have you had to meet with him a little bit more frequently than the previous guy, or not as much?
Yeah, I think we've definitely met a little more often and spent more time together. Only because
Okay.
trying to, I think that he just wants everybody on the same page and just thinking how he thinks, but he understands how quarterbacks think. So I think it's gelling pretty well.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you some technical things about the quarterback position. So, what would you say are one or two of the most important things for you as a quarterback to help mold you as you work on getting better? What will come some of those things be?
I think just leadership.
Okay.
I,
Very good.
I think just being a team player, having your guys rally behind you. That's definitely one of them. And I think just in game, I say just being cool, calm, and collective. Um,
Okay.
just don't get too high, don't get too low. Just stay locked in throughout the game, and I think those are my top two.
Okay. So, if I could ask you a little bit more about leadership, what do you think makes a good leader?
I think being a good leader is just being like on and off the field, just being a good person, being somebody the guys can talk to, being somebody that the coaches can rely on to always do the right things, and I think it just carries you a long way.
Well, it definitely does. And, part of that comes from I'm an old school guy, and they talk about your home training.
Mhm.
You come equipped from home with some intangible things about who you are as a person, who you are as an individual, who you will be, and these are some of the things that coaches definitely count on as the quarterback, because you are that leader. Everybody knows who you are and what you do and what you're supposed to do, and when that breaks down, man, it has a definite effect on not only the team, but the individual itself. So if you're that leadership type of guy, man, I'm happy to hear that, man, because just in talking to you on this call, man, I can kind of already sense that you kind of got a lot of leadership qualities that with a little bit more experience, man, these guys. And I'm not talking about experience year by year. I'm talking about experience game by game, because you get that experience game by game, and when they know they can count on you, man, yeah, they ball out for you. They
Mhm.
ball out for you, and you can count on them. They can count on you. So that's a great thing. Um, as you prepare for the 2024 season, um, we talk about the physicality of the game. Has that been something that has been an adjustment for you, the physicality of the game at the collegiate level?
Um, I wouldn't say it was a big adjustment. Like I said, in high school, we traveled to play some of the best teams in the country, so I had already been real dealing with real competitive games against some of the top players in the country. So I think that kind of molded me and helped me translate into college.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. And I think because you did get a chance to travel with your high school team as much as you did, it definitely not only prepared you for on the field, but of course off the field, because you know you may I don't know you probably know this, but your coach is looking at you all the time, man. It's like we on these trips. I'm watching Tahj to see how he's going to do this, how he's going to do that. And Tahj, some guys are just kind of playful. It take them a couple of years to mature and grow up, man. And that could be the difference in whether a coach trusts that guy or not. So you've had that experience, and that speaks a lot about you. Uh, you got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I got two older brothers.
You got two older brothers.
Yeah.
How much older are they than you?
One of them's 2 years older than me. Then the other one's like 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's really the big brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What has that relationship with him been like, being such a difference in age? I mean, I'm sure he's been there for you. What has that been like for you?
Oh, it's been pretty good. He's always been in my corner. Uh, he
Okay.
played he played sports in college too, so he understands how it should be, how everything should be ran, and how I should go about things. So he always been someone I go to, even when
Okay.
I need anything, and he's always been there for me.
Hey man, that's a great thing, man, because
Mhm.
when you got that person in your life, especially a family member that you can talk to, that hey man, he gonna put you in check. He see you getting out of line,
Mhm.
he gonna tighten you up. He gonna let you know, hey Tahj, man, come on. That's not how we do it.
Yeah.
That's not how we do it, man. And of course, if you love and respect him, you're gonna straighten that out. So that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. What about your other brother? Did he play sports too?
Yeah, he was a football player as well, and he was a quarterback as well too. So
Is that right?
yep.
So who's the better quarterback, you or him?
If you ask him, he gonna say himself, but I think it's me for sure.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Did he play college football too?
Yeah, he played college football. Yeah.
Do you remember where he played?
He played at Concordia. It's a school in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, okay, Concordia. Okay, very good, very good. Did you ever get a chance to see him play in any games?
Yeah, I actually went to one of his games. I think it was like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, so he's just really finishing college. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. So, man, now I know you've got this other person at your house who's very spirited. You know, I've had firsthand experience with that other person, man. But I know it's all out of love, and I can only respect any mother that loves their child and will talk trash in a positive way, man. But man, your mom seems to be a real football fan,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I can just imagine what it was like when you were in high school with her at the games. I mean, could you hear her at some of your games, man?
Yeah, you can always hear them in the crowd. I just try to block it out, but definitely.
Especially when you come to the sideline, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I know what that's like, man. It's like, okay, so it's one of those things where you don't even kind of turn around and look up in the stands too much
Yeah.
because it's like, so was she kind of like that sideline coach, that armchair quarterback for you at times?
She was, yeah, she kind of was, but she was just like that, always on the refs, was just so into the game. But yeah,
Well, that's not a bad thing as long as she can do it from the stands, man. I mean, I don't know if you remember some of the Pop Warner days, man, where parents are just so animated with the referees. It's like, he's just 8 years old. Calm down. It's just Pop Warner, man. But yeah, I've listened to parents at games at high school, man, and some of the parents, man, they can just become a little over the top. It's like, wow, you need to calm that down because somebody said, Tahj, man, your mama up there, your dad up there, man, they just going at it. So, you don't want to be too embarrassing for you, but yeah, I can understand that. Well, look, man, stay with me. I'm gonna take a quick time out, make some of these announcements on our sponsors, and we're gonna come back and do a little bit more talking with our host, our guest tonight, Tahj Smith, Morgan State University quarterback, sophomore quarterback going into his second year. Glad to have him on. So stay with us, Tahj. We're gonna take a quick time out.
okay.
All right. So as you know, we are always glad to bring you our shows, and tonight we're already starting to do our second edition of this book that I wrote a couple of years ago, The Forgotten QBs, the little known history, statistics, data about Black quarterbacks who played this game of college football. I would ask that if you want to know more about the guys from 1903 to 1990, hey, all you got to do is go to our website, Quarter Five Back. You see it on the screen, quarterfiveback.com. Click on the book icon, and you can order your copy of this phenomenal book, $35. Shipping is free, and we'll get your copy out for you. We're anticipating that it's going to probably take us about maybe 2 years to finish this next book, but we're working on it even as we speak. But get this copy so your library should not be without this copy of this book in your library. Get a copy of it, read about it, see who some of the past guys are and some of the things they did. That's the Forgotten QBs here at Quarter Five Back. Then, if you are looking at trying to get some of the phenomenal gear that is offered, we want to tell you, you need to go pick up some of this great material from the guys who come on with the Anthony Lawrence collection. The Anthony Lawrence collection, man, they've got a phenomenal group of gear for both colleges and for the HBCUs in particular. So if you don't have a copy of what they're doing, please get a copy of that now and make it happen. They will take care of you. There it is, the Anthony Lawrence Collection. Go to anthonylawrencecollection.com for all of the great gear that you can get for HBCUs and other colleges that they're making their phenomenal gear for. Check them out. That's the Anthony Lawrence Collection at anthonylawrencecollection.com. Then I want you to think about this. If you are getting ready to have your home inspection, or you're trying to determine if you've got needs for mold, mildew, termites, whatever, wind mitigation, you may not be able to get him to come to your house if you're living in some other place other than Jacksonville, Florida, but I'm sure he'll be able to give you some consultation about his business. And there it is, the True Definitions home inspection site. You can click it on and find out anything you need to know about wind mitigation and other things, especially if you are trying to renew your insurance or getting insurance. He may be a good source and point of contact for that. And then, of course, we're asking you to become a member, become a supporting member of Quarter Five Back. We have 2 levels for you to join in and be a member of. The teammate membership is only $44. You can contact us on Zelle 904-994-2189, and you'll get the decal that you see there. You'll get a copy of our newsletter, and you'll get a copy of our Quarter Five Back t-shirt, and that's only $44 per year if you become a member. If you can't do that one, hey, what about just the supporter level at $4.40? That'll also help us out with what we're trying to do to keep this fraternity of Black quarterbacks going forward. So supporter level, teammate level, whichever level you decide on, help us out here at Quarter Five Back in the Post Route so we can keep bringing you outstanding content and outstanding interviews with some of the Black quarterbacks who have made their names and their bones here in college football and beyond. So please support Quarter Five Back at one of those membership levels. Our guest tonight, young man that's a rising sophomore, playing for the Morgan State Bears up there in Baltimore, Maryland. He came out of Rock Creek Christian High up there in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Phenomenal young man. He's already proven that he has what it takes to be at the collegiate level. We want to welcome back to the show our guest tonight, Mr. Tahj Smith. Tahj, welcome back to the Post Route. And man, let me tell you, as I think about you for this upcoming season, man, I will be keeping in touch with you to let you know what I'm reading about and seeing as you go forward, man, because I'm wishing you all the best. Like I said, I want to see you in Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. Whether my school makes it or not, I hope that you can make it, man, because that is one phenomenal experience. And it's been a while since Morgan State has been in the hunt, I would say. But, man, maybe Tahj Smith can carry the Bears to some glory. What do you think?
I think so. I think we just play as a team. I think we have the team. We have the tools. We got the right coaches. I think we got a good shot this year.
Well, I definitely think so too, man. And sometimes if you got a favorable schedule, that's the other thing that helps. So, but man, let me tell you, playing up there between Howard, Delaware State, South Carolina State, North Carolina Central. Man, you guys, that schedule is pretty tough. Even though it's only 6 of you guys playing football, man, that MEAC schedule is no joke. And I know you're going to give it your all as you get ready for the upcoming season. When do you guys go back to training camp for the upcoming fall?
So we're actually in training camp right now.
Okay.
We have one more summer session in July, and then our camp starts at the end of July.
Okay. All right. When's the first game?
Our first game is the 31st, August 31st against Hampton.
Against Hampton?
Yeah.
At Hampton or at Morgan?
At Hampton.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let me tell you, Hampton is a very beautiful place to go play, man. It's a very beautiful school. And, you know, being that they used to be in the MEAC, I'm sure they don't mind taking down a MEAC school. So looking forward to hearing about how that game goes, man, because I'm sure they'll be getting up for you guys and ready to give Morgan all you can. But, man, the way you guys jumped out last year, man, those first 2 games, man, I was just pulling for you guys so hard, man, and tough times. As you guys get ready to prepare for the next phase of the 2024 season, help the listeners and viewers kind of understand day to day. What kind of things that you guys go through day to day in preparation for practice and preparation for games before we get to the season? What do you guys have to really dwell on a lot?
I say like right now, we're doing a lot of lifting, working out, keeping our bodies in shape, doing a lot of running as well, doing some drills on the field as well, and kind of right now we're doing a lot of player run practices, just getting all our team to come out, whole offense, whole defense come out, and just run a practice on our own, and really just try to gel as fast as we can. We got a new offense, so we all been trying to get on the same page with things, and really that's what we've been doing lately.
So we talked a little bit earlier about the training table, man, and you putting on some weight. So how much weight have you put on since you got to Morgan?
Since I got to Morgan, probably about 10 pounds.
About 10 pounds. How much more you think you can put on?
Try to put on about 10 more pounds.
10 more pounds. And if you put on those other 10, that'll put you about what, 200, 205?
That'll put me at like 205.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you know, it's nothing like being in good shape and having a body, man, because of the wear and tear you guys take. And I know the training table. One thing I'll tell you this, Tahj. Your parents won't tell you this, but man, they'd be glad when y'all get out their refrigerators. You know.
Yeah.
Because I know that door opening and closing on your mom and dad refrigerator, boy, it takes a beating. When you was playing football at home, man, it's like, boy, get out the refrigerator.
No, it definitely was.
So what kind of foods do you like to eat?
I like pasta.
Okay.
And a pasta. Like chicken. I just like a lot of pasta. I like seafood.
What's your favorite seafood? Because up in that Maryland area, man, you guys are known for those crab cakes.
Yeah, I like the crab cakes a lot. Crab legs as well.
Okay.
That's probably my 2 favorite. I like shrimp.
Okay. So now, other than football, what's your major at Morgan State? What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in entrepreneurship.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you want to do with that?
Honestly, it comes with a lot of opportunities. I really want to start off maybe in real estate.
Okay.
Right out of school, and then hopefully one day end up having my own business as well.
Okay. Well, as an entrepreneur myself, I will tell you this. There is no better satisfaction than working for yourself, man. Mm-hmm. There is nothing like it. I mean, it's extra. You got to do, pull a little bit more to make it happen. But man, at the end of the day, when it's all your sweat equity that you put into it, man, it's a great feeling. So I had that desire when I got out of college. I wanted my own business, and it was only about 3 years after I got out of college that I started my own T-shirt business.
Okay.
And It taught me a lot, some things I did not know, and I learned a lot about business. I was not a business major. I was a graphic arts major, but I definitely learned a lot of business things and a lot of PR type things and marketing. So yeah, but that's a great thing. I mean, to want to do that and have your own business, man. So real estate is definitely a field to do it in, and you know, I wish you the best in following that dream, man, because uh, you know, dreams are just a word until you make them happen.
Mhm.
Just that. So best of luck with that. Uh, talk a little bit about the what it's been like for you to be a student, you know, at Morgan State, because you know we hear so much about, you know, what's going on in the field, but you know, give us a little snapshot of what it's been like to be a student at a HBCU, making that transition from a college of Christians high school. What has that been like for you? I mean, sure you made a lot of new friends.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good experience so far. Um, teachers are always well. Um, Students are cool. I haven't had any bad experiences. Everybody around you pretty much wants the best for you, so that's the upper hand. And they all the teachers care. Even if you need help or anything, or you need somebody to go to, the teachers have always been there for me.
And any of your professors you kind of made a good relationship with? I mean, I know when I was in school, there were one or two professors, man, that we kind of hit it off real good, man, and the relationship was just real good through my time in school. You got any professors like that?
I don't have a specific professor that I've clicked that well with, but
Okay.
we got like a good counseling team, and I say like our athletic directors and stuff for who help out with sports and everything, and with our football team. I think I have a good connection with them.
Well, you got one of your assistant ads, man, up there that I used to work with when I was at Florida A&M. um is it Sean? Why do I want to say Sean Gooding?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he's on the athletic staff of that. I wish I could remember Sean's last name, but yeah, he was a pretty good guy. He was in the business office when I was at FAMU when I was a marketing director. But he has been on Morgan State staff, man. Oh, I know, a good 15 years.
Okay.
So when I get his name, I'm gonna text it to you.
Okay.
And if you would, the next time you see him, just let him know I sent you his way, man, and let him know what's up and see what's going on.
Okay.
Um, so we talked about what you like to eat, you know, what you like to do. What kind of hobbies you got, man? What other than football? What kind of hobbies you got?
Um, I really don't do much, honestly, but I like to
No
play.
music?
Yeah,
No
uh,
Madden games? No.
I always listen. I'm always listening to music and
Okay.
playing the video games with my friends. That's pretty much it.
So is there a particular song or songs that you like to play to kind of get amped up before a game, man, that you're listening to?
Nothing really particular. It depends on just what I'm feeling at the moment. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, good. Um, football movies. You into football movies?
yeah, sir.
What's your favorite football movie?
Uh, probably, uh, probably Gridiron Game.
Gridiron Gang?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I like that one. I
Yeah.
like it. What about Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans is a good one.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Michael Orr, Longest Yard, all those.
Okay. Okay. You ever saw the movie Rudy?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty interesting movie based on the fact that here's a guy that's undersized, underweight, under everything
Mhm.
at Notre Dame, makes the squad,
Yeah.
and all he wanted was one opportunity to run on the field. He didn't want a lot, man. But that movie always hits me in the heart, man, because at the end of the movie, man, to see him accomplish that and be the only guy in the history of Notre Dame, the only player they ever carried off the field, man. So yeah, that says a lot, man. But that doggone Remember the Titans. Ooh,
Yeah.
That is a powerful movie. So, you ever met any famous movie stars, anything like that since you've been around?
Oh, no, I actually haven't. I
No?
haven't met
Okay.
any. Yeah.
None. Okay. Not a problem, man. Just just delving into the life of Tahj Smith and trying to just get an idea of who this guy is. So, when you were in high school, did you have any kids look out and come up to you for autographs, anything like that?
Not for any autographs or anything, but definitely when we were on the road, in some of our away games, a lot of kids were showing love.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
And in them showing you love, does that make you feel like you have an obligation to set, be that guy who's setting the right image, being the right guy for them because they're gonna do what they see you do?
Yes, sir, definitely. I think that's always everyone's dream. You just want to be someone that people can look up to, and just be a guy who's, like you said, good on and off the field. Treat everybody right, and just go out there and be a ball player as well.
Okay. Now, before you got to Morgan, did you know about any of the quarterbacks that ever played at Morgan? Did you know about any of the guys? Because I got a list of about 15 guys on my newsletter that I'm working on. Did you know about any of the quarterbacks from Morgan?
Honestly, I didn't know much about Morgan before I came.
Okay. So I'm gonna just throw out a couple of names for you. There's a guy who played back in the uh, 86, 89. His name was Darrell Jackson. He threw for about 5,000 yards in his career. There's another guy by the name of Darrell Coulter. He had an outstanding career, man. He was all CIAA. Let me see, all CIAA. Yeah, all CIAA before they went into the MEAC. But then there was this guy, man, in 2002, 2004. You ask somebody around who's been around, man. His name was Bradshaw, the Big Show, Little John.
I've heard of that name.
You heard of him? Well, they say, man, he was all that. He was the 2004 Offensive Player of the Year. He was a 2002 All MEAC Rookie of the Year. He threw for 2,643 yards in 2004, and I think he might have been the first and only Morgan quarterback to ever throw for over 2,000 yards in a season, man. So Bradshaw, the Big Show, Little John. So if one of them old school guys come up to you, man, talking about Morgan State football, and you throw that name at them before they say something to you, be like, man, what you know about that guy right there, man? It's like, yeah, I know about brother Little John. I know a little something about Big Show, but seemed like he was a phenomenal quarterback, man. Yeah, that year he threw for 2,600 yards. He threw 18 touchdowns, but there was a couple of other guys, man. There was a guy back in the late 50s. His name was Jack Dennis, the Menace Dennis, man, and he was a phenomenal guy. And then, like I said, there's a guy by the name of Darrell Johnson who came from Richmond, Virginia, and played back in the day, man. So I'm just giving you a couple of names of these guys, man. But like I said, I got about 15 guys named on this list, man, and I'm looking forward to adding Tahj Smith to this name of guys, man, to etch your name on this all-time list of quarterbacks for the Morgan State Bears, man. And I think you can do that. I believe you can, and I'm praying that God will bless you and you have a phenomenal year, man. So, well, Tahj, anything else you'd like to share with the folks before we leave tonight? Because I know I can get a little long-winded sometimes, but just wanted to make you feel at home, man, and try to bring out some things. So anything else you'd like to just share? Anything you want to give a shout out to your mom and your dad? I know they're probably watching.
Yeah, I give a shout out to my mom, my dad, my brothers, definitely. Thank you. And then,
well, I will tell you, man, that MEAC Mike, I'm gonna give him a shout out because he said he was gonna be front and center. MEAC Mike is watching the show tonight, so I'm gonna give a shout out for MEAC Mike. Mike, I appreciate you being on the show tonight, man. I appreciate you. I know sometimes we don't always see eye to eye on some things, man, but I believe you're a good brother, and maybe I'll see you in Atlanta, maybe. We'll see. Tahj said he's going to be in Atlanta, so maybe you'll be in Atlanta too, Miak. Well, Tahj, again, man, thanks so very much for coming on to the show tonight to be a part of the Post Route. We welcome you to the fraternity of Black quarterbacks, known as Quarter-Five Back, man. And like I said, we're going to keep up with you, and you'll be hearing from me throughout the course of the season, man, on how your season is going. And if there's anything we can do for you in any matter, form, shape, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Before I close, this guy's name is Sean Gooden. Sean Gooden, that's the guy. He's over financial operations in the athletic department. So Sean Gooden, if you get a chance, just drop by, man, and stick your head in and say, Mr. Gooden, Mr. Kitchens told me to give you a shout out.
Okay.
All right. Hey, man, you take care of yourself. Best wishes. And August 31st, man, we got the radar and our eyes on you. All right.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, son.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Well, that was Tahj Smith, man. And that young man is up and coming. This is just the first time we're going to talk to him, because I know we're going to circle back and talk to him later. Quite a few comments tonight, man. We appreciate all our viewers coming on the show tonight. Much love to you for joining us. And like I said, my man Miak Mike, man, if you hadn't been on the show tonight, Miak, you was going to hear it from me. So I know you didn't want to hear it from me, but we thank everyone. Miss Smith, we thank you and Mr. Smith for raising a fine young man. Shout out to both of you. And I know you're looking forward to the upcoming season. And I hope that things work out for you guys where we can have a date where we can meet in person, face to face. So we've enjoyed being here tonight. Once again, I want to tell you, if you got a chance, go to our website, quarterfiveback.com. Check out our book. Please order a copy of this book, man. We need to get some copies out to you folks. If you don't know nothing about Black quarterbacks over the first maybe 90 years, from 1903 to 1990, hey, the book will give you some information. And as I stated, we are working on edition 2. And then if you can just be a kind soul and become a member of Quarter-Five Back, either at the support level for $4.40 or at the teammate level for $44. We're on Zelle, 904-994-2189. We appreciate it. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank my social media director for putting up those slides. Check us out on Instagram at Quarter-Five Back. We want to thank my social media director, Mr. Kemal Lazier, for doing all the work that he does, a phenomenal job of bringing clips and information to you on our Instagram site. And we are hopeful to continue to build on that as we go forward. As I stated in past shows, we are working on bringing you some merchandise in the late part of the summer. So we're working on some shirts, some caps that will give you an opportunity to represent Quarter-Five Back, the fraternity of Black quarterbacks here, not only in the United States, but in the North American continent and around the world, because we've found quarterbacks who play in Japan, Mexico, Europe, Germany. So we are becoming global. And then finally, man, these shows would not happen without the right hand who makes sure that we get these interviews done by bringing on our guests. And that will be my director and producer of the Post Route, Miss Ronleen Kennedy. Thank you so very much, Ronleen, for all you do to make this show happen. So we're going to be thankful for everyone. Tune in next week. We'd like to apologize that we didn't get a chance to bring on Patrick Sapp last week. We had some scheduling problems, but we're going to bring him on at a future date, former quarterback at Clemson. But believe me, we are bringing on guys every week to entertain you and give you some insight into their careers and to what they're doing, both past, present, and in the future. So until next Monday night here at 7 o'clock on our YouTube channel. Hey, if you don't get a chance to check us out live, check us out. Go to our YouTube channel and check out a past episode of the Post Route. We're happy that you join us. Help us build up those numbers and help us build up those viewerships. So until next Monday, I'm W. Earl Kitchings. Say, hey, as we tell you every Monday, go deep, go for the bomb. Till next Monday night, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching the Post Route.